Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Aziz bin Sinizan. My matric number is 191878. Today I will talk about trans-theoretical model TTM and Precaution adaptation process model PAPM. So I will tell you about what is TTM and what is PAPM. So for TTM, trans-theoretical model. So the TTM construct of first state of change, process of change, and decision balance and self-efficacy. So for stages of changes, so first is pre-contemplation, second is contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. So first is denial. So the person are unaware of the need to change their behavior, do not fully comprehend the need to change their behavior, or do not intend to change their behavior. So we can see that the person is deny about their condition and deny about their disease. So second is people enter into this stage when they realize that their behavior is problem and change is needed. They aware of the consequence and attached to the reward of the behavior. So they realize they need to change, but they need some force to do. So characterized by the decision to change the near future by reduce the negative consequence and increase the self-efficacy, creative commitment, and planning action. So this stage is also when the person is actively engaged in changing their behavior. It have implement a relapse prevention plan, like gone public or change ahead. Means they need to think about the public opinion. So this stage is enter after 6 months and engage in the new behavior. The person in this stage invest in their new behavior. So what is benefit of TTM? So the benefit is define change as something that develop over time. Second, normalize barrier such as ambivalent and relapse. So lastly is promote patience and self-compassion, which may increase self-efficacy. So we look at the benefit. There are 3 benefits of TTM. So process in TTM are experiential strategies, that is consequence raising, explore how current behavior affect the person negatively and how change will affect the person. And second is dramatic relief, which is experience and express feeling about current behavior and related negative consequence. For environmental evaluation, explore current behavior, effect on environment and loved one, and how new behavior will change the impact. So for safe re-evaluation, explore how current behavior and the intended change affirm changes the person identity and image of self, social image of self, their self. So for the lastly is social liberation, which is identify social movement that support the intended change. So that is experiential strategy. So for behavioral strategies, first is self-liberation, increase self-efficacy and the person commitment to change. Second is helping relationship, which is seek out social and emotional support, example support group. And third is counter conditioning, which is learn new coping machine and way of behaving that support the intent change and new behavior. So that is a behavior strategy that I explained to you. So we look at the number 4, the enforcement management, which is enforce by self or others what new behavior are successfully carried out. And 5 is stimulus control, which is avoid decreased stimuli that will hinder new behavior and trigger old behavior. So that is 5 types of behavioral change. And the level change in TTM, which is represented by symptom, situational problem and conflict that are recurring them throughout the client life, which is symptom, situational problem, maladaptive condition, current interpersonal conflict, family and system conflict, and intrapersonal conflict. So the criticism of TTM, which is stages are simply arbitrary line in the sand. People do not move through all 5 the stage that I mentioned before, and it do not take the account recent life event, reward, punishment, therapies, and social influence. So the precaution adoption process model PAPM. So tadi before it TTM. So this one is PAPM. So PAPM stages have first stage unaware of issues, unengaged by issues, deciding about acting, decide not to act, decide to act, and acting, and maintenance. Lastly, maintenance. 7 stages of PAPM. So first, person do not know there is a problem. Person become aware of the problem but is not worried by it. Not worried, The person is deciding whether not to make the change, and person do not feel compelled to make change. So there's 4 that under PAPM. So person decide to make changes. Changes are being made and has maintained change behavior for 6 months. So usually the difference between PAPM and TTM is, first we can see TTM have preparation, but PAPM is decide not to act and decide to act. Others are same. So PAPM defines stage in terms of mental stage, while TTM defines stage in terms of time. PAPM is not a linear process, where TTM is a linear process. So 4 is TTM is theory that assess an individual readiness to act on a new healthier behavior and provide strategies, process or change to guide the individual. But PAPM is a theory that explain how a person come to decision to make the precaution action, and how a person translate the decision that he or she make into life, into the reality. So that's all from me. Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Hazizi, for giving me the chance to explain about PAPM, and TTM.